Yes, it was for my apartment, and I know how that sounds.
She wants the comfort of being a daughter when it helps her, and the protection of being a stranger when the bill comes.
That is not fair. I was handling a death, and I was exhausted and trying to keep everything from falling apart.
I believe that. But exhausted people still create records, and sometimes the records are the only honest people left in the room.
I never promised him rent, and I never lived there as a tenant.
And that matters. Let us not get sloppy just because emotion is loud. You do not automatically inherit a parent's bet just because you share DNA.
Then how does he get paid, Your Honor, if she can take the property and still walk away from the debt?
By asking the right question, not the dramatic one. Miss Lauren, did you open an estate after your mother died?
No, sir. I did not open an estate because I thought I was just trying to get through the funeral first.
Did you collect any bank funds that belonged to your mother after she died?
Yes, there was a small account with about $2,200, and I used that money after she died.
For what did you use it? Give me the clean version before I start pulling the ugly one out of your paperwork.
For funeral costs, for gas, for food, and for things I needed while dealing with everything all at once.
There is that word again. Needed. Everybody's favorite word when receipts get embarrassing.
She cannot take the car, the account, and the jewelry and then tell me the estate somehow vanished when the rent came due.
I am not saying he gets nothing. I am saying I should not be treated like I signed the contract and became the tenant myself.
That is the first clean thing you have said. You are right about one part. I cannot hold you personally liable as though you were the tenant, because you were not. But you are wrong about the rest. You do not get to pick up the valuable parts of a dead person's life, leave the debts on the floor, and call that grief management.
I was trying to survive the week she died, and I did not think like a lawyer when my mother was gone.
I believe that too. What I do not believe is that survival gave you the right to treat estate property like a clearance aisle.
So what happens now, Your Honor? Where does that leave the rent and the move-out costs?
What happens is this. The plaintiff does not get personal judgment against the daughter for the full rent as though she were the tenant. But the daughter did take and use estate assets, and those assets should have been available to lawful expenses, including rent already owed and legitimate move-out costs.
So I still have to pay, even though I was never the tenant on that lease?
Not because you are the tenant, because you handled estate property like it was yours before the estate handled its obligations. Limited judgment for the plaintiff, payable only to the extent of estate assets the defendant collected or liquidated.
That is unbelievable, and it feels like I am being punished for burying my own mother.
No, what is unbelievable is how often people think sorrow cancels sequence. First debts, then distribution. That is how this works. Case dismissed.